Hello and welcome back to Awesome Toys TV. A little bit of correction on yesterday's video. I think I was a little bit too excited with the new Master Grade Eclipse Gundam that I got some things wrong. And yes, I don't usually get things wrong, but when I do, oh boy, it's really bad. But anyways, the Master Grade Eclipse Gundam is not a premium bundle release. It will be a regular release, so that's good news. I will probably buy two of this to have one in mobile armor and one in mobile suit mode. And of course, there won't be a new Gundam Seed Eclipse movie. What is happening? Well, it's gonna be a Mobile Suit Gundam Seed manga. So yeah, those are the two little corrections out there. And yes, while you enjoy this prototype looking Eclipse Gundam Master Grade that's on exhibition right now in Shanghai based Gundam, I have to say the kit itself looks pretty good. Not all the markings are on there, but I would say it's pretty damn close to what we've seen from the official pictures. Definitely we'll be buying two of these to have two separate modes. Now let's get on to some new product announcement. I was surprised there's some new products announced today by Bandai. And first up is the Figurized Standard Seed Lacquer's Client. I think I've covered this before, but I could be wrong. But this time around, Lacquer's Client actually comes with three separate faceplate. This is a Figurized Standard at 3,520 yen. Not exactly cheap. I do think that the Figurized Standard prices are going up ever so slightly as we see more and more releases. What is interesting though is this time they will be coming with a pink color haro, so that will be something different. So for those of you who have built Figurized Standard kits before, you will know what to expect. What was interesting was something new today, not Gunpla kits, but a new Gundam Universe wave. And this time around, you'll get new Gundam, Charles Zaku 2, and also surprise a Gundam Sandrock. So all these guys are now available in Japan, and of course, if you guys remember, the brainchild of the Gundam Universe line were actually these two chaps that they actually thought about launching this line for the American market. So they thought that, hey, what's the best way to get people into Gunpla and into mecha by getting them easy, fun to play with Gundam figurines, and that will slowly get them into the hobby of Gunpla building. And I think they've done a pretty damn good job. Otherwise, we would have seen so many different ways of Gundam Universe series, right? So for those of you who know Bandai very well, if a particular line don't do very well after one or two wave or series releases, they will usually kill it very quickly. So I'm just happy that the Gundam Universe line is going strong and continuing on. In terms of detail, you won't get a lot of details as what we've seen from the model kit itself, but there are definitely some of them there, so you have some fun paneling some of the figures here. But of course, the best thing about the Gundam Universe line is that you can actually play, pose, and give them the articulated look that you would want to do without worrying of damaging your Gunpla kits. And I'm sure that the Gundam Sandrock will be a popular kit among the Gundam Wing fans, right? So for those of you who are actually collecting the Gundam Universe line, do let me know. I will probably buy some Gundam Universe action figure one of these days, sooner or later, when they go on sale. The Atoys Gundam line is continuing with new releases, and this time around is the new Freedom Gundam. It's a cross between a SDCS and SD kind of a look. I am not a big fan of this series, to be very honest. These are not Gunpla kits, they are really built Gundam figures, just like the Gundam Universe that we've seen before this, but definitely a little bit bigger and chunkier, right? So these guys are not exactly cheap. I don't know what's the actual price of this Freedom Gundam from the Atoys line, but if you guys are keen with this line, you should go and check it out. I just think that the legs are a little bit too thin. Well, at least that's for me. Some big news, and I should have covered this about a month or two plus ago, but apparently Volks, the manufacturer of the 5-star story model kits, are now reissuing some of the older lines for people who are coming back into this series. And these guys, yes, as you can see from the price list itself, the Volks 5-star story kits have never been cheap. So it's kind of unfair to compare them to Bandai Gunpla kits, because usually if you look at Kotobukiya kits, frame arms, and even like Vox 5-star stories, right? They are typically a little bit more expensive compared to Gunpla model kits, and that is because they are not mass produced frequently as well. So the economics of scale are not really in favor for most manufacturers comparing to Bandai, right? But I have to say, it's now a very good time to get back into the 5-star story series. Vox is actually doing a limited reproduction run, so there aren't really a lot of these circulating in the market. They've actually reissued a couple of models earlier this year, but all of those have actually been already sold out. Now, a little bit of word of caution here. If you're new to the 5-star stories model kit, they are not exactly easy to build, right? Do consult some of the older builders who have actually touched upon the 5-star story kits. They do require cement and glue, right? They are not as easy as Bandai Snapfit kits, so they do require a certain level of intermediate to advanced level of plumber building skill. So if you don't have that, I would suggest maybe buying a kit and sending it to somebody to help you commission build those kits. It's very hard to build, so I myself have not dared to actually buy and any of this kit to build myself. I will probably buy one of these kits if I do see them in a while and actually get somebody to actually commission build them for me. The Motorhead series are definitely very awesome. If you've not seen the 5-star model kits before, do check out the Japanese builders. They actually have some very impressive builds and they look really exquisite. And that is one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to the 5-star story model kits. They actually look quite different compared to what we've seen from the Gundam line, right? So definitely something that we should be looking out for. And of course, I always save the best for last, the most expensive kit, and this is the Motorhead Knight of Gold, coming in at close to 10,000 yen. It's available right now. You can actually buy it in the Vox Japanese website. But just like I said, a word of caution, you will have to paint. It's not a snap fit build. You do need to use cement. It is not an easy build for the Vox model kit series. But there you go. This is our video for today. I do recommend checking out the 5-star stories if you guys are into them, because Vox is doing a limited reproduction run of these kits at this moment. I am quite excited with the new Gundam Universe line, the new wave that's coming up, and of course the big thank you to all of you who created and gave me the correction on the Eclipse Gundam video yesterday. You know, I think I was just a little bit too excited and put out the video too quickly without double checking, and probably Gundam and also Google Translate probably tripped me up on the web page itself, right? So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good weekend. In Malaysia, we'll be getting a lockdown starting 1st June, so I'll be stuck at home for the next 2 weeks, and I'll probably be doing a lot more video then. So do subscribe to our channel to get a video notification once we have them out. So I'll see you guys down in the comment section below, and do stay safe, and I'll see you guys very soon.